let's make some whoopee. That is my intro.
I thought you
Welcome to Warped.
I thought you were gonna keep going after.
Yeah.
Okay.
The irresponsible Star Trek podcast. I'm Erin.
Is this happening? Are we doing this right
Yes.
now?
We're doing it.
That's why I said, are we doing this?
Yeah. That's how you know we're
Yeah.
started. Okay.
Who's next?
I'm Sean.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jake.
Philippe.
And I'm in win.
Next week will be the irrepressible
Yeah.
Star Trek podcast.
I'm just going through the thesaurus, and it's just fun.
Man, will you turn my headphones down?
Yeah, mine too.
Mine are really loud.
Oh, no, you guys.
Stop shouting in my ears, you guys.
sorry.
Jesus.
That better?
Yeah.
So excited.
No. It's an exciting
This is
time.
a good episode. It's
What-
called
what-
Family.
What are we watching, Erin?
Family, episode 2 of season 4.
Yeah.
Family.
Picard has broken free from the Borg control. Now he's got to
Hey.
kind of like unwind for a little bit in wine country, French wine country.
That's right. That's what you do.
family.
Are we starting the episode?
Yeah, dive in.
Well, yeah.
45, 51.
What else are we
Keeping
doing
it
here?
loose.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm out punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch.
All right.
Yeah.
Talking about family.
I give it an 8.9.
It's all
Wow,
about
just
family.
she dove right in there, Sean.
Wow.
No need for the foreplay.
We're breaking all the format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this repair station is called McKinley.
Yes.
It's like so every like middle school in your area,
Right.
It's also called.
Yeah, isn't that been renamed to like Nepali or something?
I feel like
Denali. I knew it was something.
I feel like McKinley is overrepresented in terms
Yes.
of
Name schools and
relative
things.
importance as a president
Just a cool sounding
versus
name.
number of things named after him.
Yeah.
I think it was just a good sounding.
It was just
Yeah.
it's like they just
Solid.
went on a naming spree
Yeah.
in like the 1940s and
yeah.
named everything McKinley.
yeah.
No, it's like all of those Irish pubs that are named like O'Douls.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know a lot about it.
Well, what's going on in this episode, guys? Or
Lots of stuff.
did you throw out a number? You threw out a number.
Oh, I went for it.
We haven't gotten to the...
She didn't care.
I know.
Wow. She's like, she's just,
I do what I want, you guys.
We're watching season 4, episode 2, Family. Original air date September 29th, 1990. After defeating the Borg, the crew of the Enterprise experiences shore leave in various ways. Captain Picard returned to his family's vineyard in France has some extraordinary repercussions.
Wee wee.
8.9, Erin?
Yes, 9.1. That's what I said.
9.1?
It started at 8.2.
I know it's 8.9.
Where's it going? Who said what?
I'm going to say 9.2.
Wow, what is wrong with you people?
I'm gonna say 8.6.
7-3.
7.6.
8.4.
So
Yeah,
close.
I get that.
It deserves more than that.
Now,
I think it's
speaking
better.
of deep V's,
I know. He loves the deep V-necks on his holidays.
Yeah.
right.
Well, he's
That's
got.
why I already knew he had a hairy chest.
He wants to make the hair have a presence.
It's not hairy right now.
It is Harry. What are you talking
It's
about?
just light colored. It's hard to see.
He's older.
He's not painted chalky white.
it's like a silverback gorilla.
But the front. Silver front.
He's a silver front.
He's one of the rare silver
front. Yeah.
front gorilla.
Yeah.
It's called the skunk trunk.
It is a good blouse, though.
Yes, very good.
He's-
It's a great fabric.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks terrific. It's just funny.
Yeah, his
That's-
loungewear is always
Always fun.
amusing. It always looks like he's ready for theater.
So not only is this episode called Family, this whole season was sort of themed around the idea of family.
The whole season.
Yeah, the writers did did it as a running theme throughout the whole season. So like the very next episode, in fact, after this one, is an episode with Data's creator, Dr. Soong, is in it. It's a lore episode. So we're going to see Data's family. We're going to see Worf's son, Alexander, makes his first
yes.
appearance this season. Tasha Yar's sister is in an episode this season. A lot of episodes around family and family members coming
Nice.
your way in season 4.
Was Worf's baby mama the
Yeah, the woman who was on the ship that,
Yes.
and
In that one
they had a fling.
In that episode,
She's also like half Klingon, right?
she is.
She is
Klingon.
half.
Oh yeah, I liked her. I think.
But in that episode is when Alexander
It's conceived.
is conceived.
Right.
Does he know he's a dad?
Not yet.
No.
Cool.
He doesn't find out until the
You will
episode.
find out
when-
this season, though.
Yes.
But what a great Worf episode! Just him dealing with.
I
his
liked
parents.
that he didn't take any books. Like
Yeah.
he thought about packing his books, and then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm not bringing any books."
I like his satchel.
So this is sort of an unofficial part 3 to the Best of Both Worlds. We said last week, and I think that's true. It's all about the repercussions of what just happened to Jean-Luc.
I was watching this recently, and Patches really went crazy for the intro. She was like, really like, what is like?
It's a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah,
fun planet
she was
to look
really
at.
studying it and kind of like.
I don't really like
Wow,
what's
but-
happening to Saturn though. I feel like poor Saturn is like going through some stuff here.
Did we talk about our Saturn scare before on this podcast?
I think we did.
Okay.
We heard, just to remind people, longtime listeners will remember this, but
Thank you.
Erin and I had a real like scare that Saturn. We read that Saturn's rings were disintegrating, and
got worried. We were
soon
like, "That's
disappear."
sad.
And we're like, "Dude, what?" Like, I don't know. Like all the things, like climate change, everything kind of
Yeah, we're like,
was
"Shit,
pressing down
man."
on us, and then we're like. And I felt like this was too much. It was one too many things. And then I looked at like, what is the time frame?
It's like 40 million years.
We just laughed.
And we're
and
just
laughed.
like, okay, good. Space. It always makes you feel comfortable with your insignificance in your time.
Contemplating the vast
Yeah,
expanse.
you're like,
Yeah.
I thought like in some way like the rings are gonna be like they were
Yeah.
in my lifetime. they
Yeah,
were
we
gonna
thought it was an
disappear.
email we're gonna have to answer tomorrow.
So it was just like this weird. Like we're like, oh
You're buzzing.
Yeah.
you were
100
looking
million.
for the GoFundMe. To
yeah.
save
We're
the
like, what are we
rings.
gonna do to fix this? Because I feel like this is important.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is number one right now.
It's the hottest planet, and I'm talking about in looks that we have.
Yeah,
we
it's
need to really
sexy
like.
it is our sexiest planet for
So
sure.
I
Got
was
the
just
best
like,
accessories.
It's a planet that's wearing a garter belt.
Should we rank the planets from
Yes.
most to least sexy?
Yes. All right, so number one, Saturn.
curious.
We agree that.
Number 2, Uranus.
Yeah, because of the name.
Typical.
Come on,
I
Jupiter's
agree,
big.
Aaron. It should not be number 2.
it should definitely be number 2.
It should be number.
That is you just destroyed your own argument.
Oh, here we go.
Damn. I think Jupiter's up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Jupiter's big and gorgeous.
Come on, guys. Let's give it up for Earth.
I think you gotta.
Sure. Yeah, Earth.
I think you have to put
The
Venus
blue
up near the
marble.
top too because of the name. Like it's the goddess
Venus,
of love.
sure.
Like,
Come on, have you been to the planet? Nah. It's all acid.
Nobody's.
Yeah.
it's very warm on Venus.
Well,
I
first of
think.
all, nobody's been to any of the other planets. We've been, so
Yeah.
he's on equal footing.
What if I
That's
said?
what you
What if I
think.
said?
He's talking,
Yes, I
he's
have
talking
been
probes.
to Venus.
He's
and
talking
it's
probes.
lovely.
He's talking probes.
Metaphysically.
You gotta-
Honestly, I think Venus has a weird attraction to me because it's just so like we've only sent a few probes there, and the landscape is so alien looking. Like it actually
Yeah.
looks like a Star Trek planet when they've been on the surface. It's so weird.
Are we
Like
counting
there's a
Pluto
corn
on this
there or
list?
something.
I think Pluto should definitely.
Yeah,
count.
absolutely.
What?
Here you go.
Underage.
These are the Roshenkos.
Were you expecting this to be Worf's
Miles
parents?
Edward
Because I
O'Brien says his
wasn't.
full name there.
Remember when we did theater warm-ups where we had to pretend we were on the surface of whatever planet,
yeah.
and Harry would
We talked about
describe
it.
the atmosphere on the and how we had to behave, and so he would be like, "Oh, there's terrible acid rain on Venus, acid rain,"
Yeah.
and we would all have to be like fucking the Wicked Witch and like, "We're melting in the acid rain."
Love it.
Theater
Let's do that
warm-ups,
now.
man, they're so
Divorced from
they're
reality.
so embarrassing to think about.
I like it. I like it.
Does it allow you to loosen up though?
Yeah, it's part of the
Kinda
Yeah,
like
it's
got
that's
that-
why they're good is because they loosen you up and they get you comfortable with being sort of silly in front of each
Yeah.
other, which is what you have to do to be
Yeah,
in a
that makes
play.
sense.
So
This guy's beard is silly. What the heck is going on there?
It's great.
Really? It's
Sure.
Sean, tell everybody about that guy.
That's Theodore Bickel.
That is Theodore
what?
Bickel from Fiddler on the Roof, right?
Yeah, well, he played it on
Broadway.
Broadway.
It's not
Yeah,
Tevye.
he's been in tons of stuff.
Here they are in Southern California.
I was gonna say, did they film
No,
this?
this is in Napa, I think.
Look at these people just
But it
shaking
is
the
California.
bushes.
This
Yeah.
feels very California to me.
Wherever it is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they found a vineyard.
Oh, look at his old-timey space outfit.
Yeah, suspenders. They
Yeah,
came
I
back
think
in a
they
big
went
way.
to. I think they went to Napa to film this episode, so it has a more authentic feel, I guess.
I mean, just the lighting just feels so California.
I didn't know you paid that much attention to the lighting.
I mean, California's got really distinct lighting. I
It's
think.
beautiful. His outfit, you're right. It is sort of like old-timey, but also spacey, futury.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
interesting combo.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to find out that Jean-Luc's brother, Robert, is sort of anti-technology. He likes doing things the old-fashioned way. So maybe that's why he's dressed his son like a 18th century urchin of some kind. If he starts asking for porridge, just, you know.
Yeah. Make
Definitely
sure
wants more.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. That seems like a polite kid.
Oh, we're wrong. We're wrong. We're wrong. We're wrong.
What?
The exterior shots of the Picard family's home in Le Bar was actually filmed at a private residence in Encino. That's where the house is.
That's what
Right.
You can
It's
see the
not
cypress
California.
trees in the back.
And a dryland near Lancaster stood in for the vineyards, which were then digitally inserted into a matte painting.
Well, I noticed the painting.
So they did not go to Napa and film in real vineyards.
Well, I wondered actually because there's a scene where you see the background.
Yeah,
and
you see the
it's-
matte
It looks
painting.
like a
Pretty clear.
Wizard of Oz background. So then you're wondering like, are they in a real vineyard? I was trying to figure out how they did both, but that makes a lot more sense.
Do you mean a Zardoz background?
This is Samantha Egger playing his sister-in-law. I know her from being in The Brood, the David Cronenberg movie, The Brood, where she gives birth to rage babies who run around and murder people.
Cool.
Have you guys ever seen The Brood?
No.
Oh, it's great.
I was thinking it was a witch movie. 'cause-
It's a really good movie. It's very creepy and gross in that David Cronenberg kind of way.
Horror.
well, I like her.
Yeah, she's good.
good.
It's a good performance, right? This is such a good episode.
Yep.
I don't know why they
Let's
have-
watch.
Let's watch
In
it.
silence.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
Let's
is-
silently enjoy
So
it.
I
We
read.
enjoy it when he's on like real ground.
I
It's
told you
rare.
guys before
It's
we
like a field
started
trip.
recording that they had to fight to get
Yeah.
this episode made because it breaks Star Trek format, right? None of it. There's no drama. There's no like threat. There's no. It's just all character drama.
It's family drama.
And you know, there's nothing else happens in this episode except these family drama scenarios play out. And the studio was like, no, this is a show about, you know, flying around in space and
Right.
doing stuff. You can't do this. And they were like, we have to
He
do an
needs
episode.
a day off of being
They need
bored.
to
with
have-
it.
They needed this episode. They needed him
Yeah.
to have this.
Yeah.
He had to resolve his trauma before he could just go back to work. right?
Unlike is Robert, played by Jeremy Kemp.
Uh-huh.
I always remember him as the bad guy in Top Secret.
Secret. What is Top Secret?
It's a
It's a spoof
comedy
movie
with
from
Val
the early
Kilmer.
80s,
Val Kilmer's in it.
great.
by the same people that made Airplane and Naked Gun.
I like the part where you hear the whistling or whatever, the singing, and it's the horse.
Yes.
That's my favorite part.
I like when he says, I know a little German. He's right over there. And it cuts to a shot of a little person in like lederhosen.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a zing, zing, zing.
Yeah.
It's good
It's
though.
a-
It's fun.
machine gun comedies. We just
I haven't
joke,
seen it
joke.
in a long, long time. I wonder if it's actually good or if it's only good in my memory.
Maybe.
I've been showing my kids some of those types of comedies, and they're kind of
See,
into
that's
them.
the one I was talking
Yeah,
about. where
that's
I was trying to
obviously
figure
not
out.
a real
So I was trying to
passion.
figure out how they did this.
Oh, it's
those
like-
split skis because the vineyard looks real.
The vineyard,
Yeah.
although, yeah, the foreground looked real.
and there we got our C plot.
So, Min, do you want to know what's going on in this episode?
Yeah. Give it to me.
I wonder why I had to have a C plot.
Oh, look. They're having
Because they
a
wanted
girls'
to have
night.
something on the ship.
Yeah, they're
Well,
friends.
Rokeg and Worf are on them.
They're like the only two women on the whole crew, so they have to be friends.
I liked it when they were in their
For
leotards
safety.
together.
They're like mean girls, though. They don't let Guinan hang out with them.
I think Guinan doesn't want to hang out with them. Is probably more like it.
Guinan gets to choose.
Guinan chooses who she socializes with.
I think people are coming and talking to her all day, every day, so she just hangs out on her own.
Yeah.
Just to get a moment of peace, probably.
I was a little surprised when you said they're the only women on the crew, but then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, other than Guinan.
Well, there are people around.
There are.
They're the
I
only
was
part of
was
the
making a
French
little
crew.
funny there, man. I didn't really mean it.
Yeah.
There are other women in
Sometimes there's a woman sitting at like the front
Sure.
of the driving
There's
the
none
ship.
of the main.
they're the two main.
After they
Sometimes
got
there's
rid
some
of
women
Tasha.
sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like women.
You know. I mean, they're judging.
Always bringing up their cats.
Yeah.
Talking about their cats.
So there are three sort of thematically similar storylines going on in this episode, Min. Jean-Luc has gone back home to France to visit his brother, who he is estranged from whom he is estranged. I don't want to end a sentence with a preposition.
Very proper.
And so that's what he's doing. He's down on the planet trying to recover from the trauma of being assimilated by the Borg.
Which is good, because you wouldn't want him just to like hop back to the captain's chair and be like, hey.
Well, that's what they would have done in the old show.
Right. So they've made a point that like the ship is all beat up from the fight, so the ship is out of commission for a while, which is why they're able to just hang around and do nothing for this whole
And they were
episode.
at Earth anyways, 'cause that's where they were
Right.
trying to stop the Borg.
These are Worf's Russian parents who adopted him as an orphan when he was a little baby.
It's like, who are these people?
Yes.
And they have, you can't hear them because the sound's not on, the outrageous fake
Yes.
Russian
Yes.
accents.
They're amazing.
They should be in actor jail for these,
Those are-
these accents.
The father is played by Theodore McKell. The mother is played by Georgia Brown.
Yes.
is her name.
I think she does a better job, at least. Than...
I actually, I'm mostly kidding. I think they're both actually really good in this episode. It's just, it's a very
over the top.
funny.
Yeah.
They're a little caricature-ish.
Sure.
But the whole point is that everyone is mortified by their parents in real
Yeah.
life.
Sure.
So this is Worf being just mortified by the things his parents are saying. To like, he's like, these are my coworkers.
Yeah.
And what a funny choice, like Russian human parents.
Yeah, he was raised by Russian human parents. And they're talking about how, and they love him.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
are so proud of him
Yeah.
and supportive. They're actually awesome parents.
Yeah.
Amazing parents.
But Worf is still a little bit embarrassed by them.
Yeah, his father was in Starfleet, so he was an engineer. So he's all jazzed about seeing all. He wants to just
He wanted to get a tour.
chew
of the engine
Geordie's
room.
ear off about the stuff.
Yeah.
But he's asking him about his Worf. Is Worf okay?
Is he happy?
Does he have friends?
They're concerned
It's so
about how
human.
Worf is doing.
Socially or
Yeah, socially.
I didn't see this one, so
They're worried about him because he got
Right.
commended
He got kicked out of the Klingons.
from the Klingons, right? The last time
They heard about that.
The last time we had the big Worf like Klingon plot episode,
interesting.
Yeah.
it was him getting
So he's been
rejected by the Klingons. So they're concerned that he's not like he's feeling bad because of that. Because that happened to him.
So they're really working on a lot of like connections and
It's all three of
consequences.
these are thematically connected
Yeah.
for sure.
very
So
cool.
that's what's going on with Worf and his parents. The third plot is about Wesley.
Oh yeah.
Beverly has gotten a bunch of old shit out of storage because they're on Earth right now, and she's managed to get a bunch of old stuff from her husband who died, including a hologram that he recorded for Wesley like before he died, and she's trying to decide whether or not now is the right time to give this to Wesley. So those are the three plots that are going on.
With Worf,
And these two don't like each other, man. Yeah, go ahead. About Worf.
do we see him having like Russian tastes later? Like, does he like borscht or does he like vodka?
What?
Is he influenced by his Russian parents to have?
I'd like him to be more influential.
He likes
Eccentric.
prune juice, we know.
But that wasn't from his parents.
No, that
That's the
came
whole
from
thing
Guinan,
with Guinan.
Yeah.
Because she
They
asked
actually talk about
why-
it in this
yeah.
episode. it's not like you ever see him eating borscht or something, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
The mom says at some point, she may have already said it, she talks about how she learned to cook Klingon food.
Which sounds terrible, you guys.
Sounds horrible.
She wanted Worf to feel
Something called like bloody pie or something like that. Ooh.
You have to flay a chicken.
I'll order some next week.
They wanted him to like understand his heritage and like know where he came from, and so she talks about how she learned
Kinda
to make.
like parents
She
do,
learned how to make like Klingon blood pie or something. Like that.
Gosh. Wasn't it called or something?
Ga is all.
Exactly.
God.
The live worms that
That's
they eat.
the
We're a
sound you make when you eat
popular
it.
Klingon dish.
The kid who plays Renee, that's Picard's nephew, right?
Yes.
That same actor will come back later to play Picard himself as a child.
That's funny.
So they must have liked this kid because they brought him back again.
He's good though.
He is good. So they don't get along, man. Jean-Luc and his
the
brother.
Yeah.
The brother kind of resents Jean-Luc for leaving and going into Starfleet.
Yeah, they have
and
very different
He's the prodigal.
paths.
He's the guy who stayed home, right, and took over the family business while Jean-Luc
Got to go.
Got to
play.
say-
got to fly away and do whatever he wanted. So they're sort of estranged. And in fact, Jean-Luc has never met his nephew before. You saw them meet when he was walking up to the house. And the father, Robert, is concerned because his son is interested in space in the same way that Jean-Luc
He doesn't want him to follow him.
And he does not want his son to go into space. So he's telling Jean-Luc, stop talking space talk to him.
Yeah. But like, I guess I don't want to probe too deeply.
And he's sort of an anti-tech guy.
They're
Kind of-
anti-progress
right.
in general.
He likes it. He likes, he still does
He
the
likes
grapes the old-fashioned
preserving.
way.
He feels
Preserving old
like any
customs.
progress.
He's what we would call now an artisanal, like
Yeah.
he's all about the old ways.
So I gotta pay more for it, huh?
Well, I mean, there is something to be said for like
There's no money in the future, I guess. Is the wine just free?
yeah, and
Does he just do this for funsies?
This is the thing that I don't understand. Like, he makes it seem like a hardship, but I feel like in the future, like the fact that you have all this land and you have a vineyard, I mean, that seems to me like in the future with populations, this would be like such an enormous luxury to have. Like, not everybody could have this.
Right, exactly.
So, I in some ways, to
Assuming
me,
you
populations have
really
just
can't
increased.
think too hard about
Yeah.
the economics of the Federation because
Yeah.
it doesn't actually make any sense.
yeah, because they have like workers in the background. I mean, is it their dream to work on somebody else's fucking vineyard?
Right.
No.
Hey, well, what if you got all the wine you can drink as part of your
You
job?
should be able to have all the wine you can drink regardless. That has to
Yeah,
be.
but
There's
You
no
gotta
money.
make it.
You should
You
have
gotta
all the ways you.
That's just synthahol when you do that.
Well, I'm
if
just
you want
saying-
the real stuff, you got to work for it.
If I
Ask cash or grass. No one rides for free.
wait, I thought everybody rode for free.
Yeah.
In
in Star Trek.
everybody should be able to have a.
The whole point of the future is that everything is free.
Yeah, I should be able to. If I'm giving up this land to this guy to have his. What is all this family heritage? That you inherit land? That sounds like not Gene Roddenberry's dream. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's
there's
deep.
always gonna be free and then free plus
Yeah.
with a subscription.
Ooh, free plus.
Jean-Luc's head is very shiny in this scene.
Yeah.
But they both are.
There's a lot of baldness in this scene.
Yeah.
Could have been Jonathan Pryce. In the Star Trek future, it's a multi-planetary universe species, right? So they don't have to worry about space or like, oh, I only have so much land. There's just I can go to another planet.
Yeah, but Earth is the best.
But Earth is the best.
Oh.
That's why it's number 1
001, man.
on the sector chart.
Yeah.
We said it was what, 4 or 5 on the sexy list, though.
No.
No, it's got to be at least 3. You got to
yeah.
have Earth on the podium.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
good.
mean, okay, like I know it's not gonna count Earth. Okay,
Gotta be on the podium.
I'm not counting Earth because Earth is like number 1.
You can't think about Earth in a.
I almost feel like Earth
you can't
should
think of Earth objectively.
Earth should be disqualified
Earth is a
because it's in
fucking,
a category of its own.
yeah, it's a diamond.
We couldn't
Earth
have this
is a
discussion
judge?
without
Earth is a judge. Like Earth, everything is
Right,
judged.
Earth won like 3 billion years in a row,
Yeah.
and finally removed itself from the running to give the other girls a chance.
Yeah, they were like, this is just boring.
Yeah, totally. So I'm just saying we just count Earth out.
So you're saying Earth is the John Larroquette of planets?
Right, the Candace Bergen of Murphy Brown era.
Yeah.
Wow.
Candace Bergen won like 17 Emmys in a row and finally said, I don't want any more.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Nice.
Let someone else have one.
Was she that good?
It's a good
Murphy
show.
Brown was a very popular show.
And she's amazing. If you actually watch it, it's fucking amazing.
Maybe we should just
Yeah, I
jump
was a
into
big
that
fan of it at the
podcast.
time.
Me too.
Oh, here she comes.
Here's Guinan.
Oh, here she
Back to-
comes.
Dropping
those are her
some
work
knowledge.
clothes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
As much?
I don't like that hat as well as I
That's
like
what she
the-
bartends.
That's her
in,
regular sort of oval hat.
Yeah.
What I liked
I
about
like
last
it.
week's hat was that it was like
like a
it had
hex
a
top.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. It's very galactic to me. It's got like nebula feel.
She always pulls it off.
Yeah, I mean, she always looks amazing, but
Her manner is just. I like how she's got something she wants to discuss with him, but she's not like hurried or, you know what I mean? She takes her time.
I like that she, on a show where they make everybody wear basically skin tight jumpsuits.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg was like, "No, I will be
Yeah.
wearing form flattering robes." Thank you very much.
And especially as a woman, I really dig that. Like, as much as I enjoy Troy and her, like, feeling like I know every inch of her
Her boob
body.
window.
Yeah. It's like, I like that there's something different going on.
So now we're getting some backstory on Worf as a child.
That was the dish that she made for him. She said
Rokeg blood pie.
Yeah.
2 reals and a fake.
What is the triangle in the middle of the table?
So you can order,
the pyramid.
It must be the ordering thing,
You can
right?
scan the QR code.
I don't
on
remember
it.
ever seeing that before.
No, it's been there.
Has it?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I've thought to myself, why would they
It's
have
one of those tablets that you
pyramid
can
there.
rent at a restaurant.
You can do trivia.
Play games on it.
Yeah.
It's the at table jukebox too. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But it only plays songs from 1650.
Yeah. Up till like Tutti Frutti. Like, that's the most recent song.
Exactly.
Yes.
Tutti frutti.
And even that gets you like a little bit.
I don't know about that. That seems a bit more too present time to be honest.
For now.
Anything beyond Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. I think is,
Not Boogie.
I ain't getting by Guinan's jukebox.
Yeah.
Ooh, Guinan's jukebox.
You guys have a good command of like old Americana music.
We watched I listened to a lot of Andrews Sisters.
Data is not in this episode at all.
It's the only
It's the
one.
only episode Data is not in. out of
wonder
all
I liked it so much.
I saw that
176.
too.
Just kidding.
Was there drama about
Chief
it?
O'Brien gets his full name. We saw that happen already, right?
Yeah.
He's got this deep emerald silk robe on.
Yeah, baby.
Where did they get?
And he's got like a Tandy computer there from Radio Shack. And the brother really hates technology.
You have to crank it to power it up. Well, there is a lot of wood in this household. Yeah, it's like
It's an old. It's meant.
Old.
It's supposed to be a very old house, right?
Yeah.
It's the-
that,
There's a lot of the
like,
oldest houses in the world are built in Encino. I mean, that's why they went there.
Yes.
They didn't have to.
That's
touch
why they call it historic Encino.
exactly.
That's why Encino Man is so relevant.
That's what made it historic.
Yeah.
There's more old people here than usual.
how many
Both
old
people in our
The
house.
wife is
Yeah.
I'm confused now.
3 men in the house and they're all my type, says the wife.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is one of only 2 Star Trek productions that have 2 Academy Award nominated actors in them. Theodore Bickel and Samantha Egger both have Academy Award nominations. And the other production that has 2 Academy Award nominated performers is Star Trek First Contact, which is kind of a sequel to this episode in some ways.
True.
So you better remember it, Erin.
Shit.
Who is that?
I feel like you'll remember these episodes.
Yeah.
These 3
I
are
will.
pretty memorable.
I will.
Min, what's happening is Jean-Luc is trying to decide whether or not he should go back to the Enterprise, or that guy has just offered him a job to stay on Earth and work on this underwater bottom of the ocean project that he's interested in. So he's trying to decide whether he wants to go back. But he's also pretending like everything's fine. People keep asking him, how are you? How are you feeling? And he just keeps
Sloughing it off.
Yeah, he's
not taking the bait.
suppressing.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep it all in.
Does everybody know about the Borg and him?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it made big news.
Yeah.
It was big news. It was like
I just didn't know if like Federation keeps some things a little bit like hooked.
It was on the cover of that week's TV
it was
guide.
on,
There was a full
there was a full interview with Locutus inside this.
They talked to him
TV
about his
guide.
composition.
Yeah, it was right.
Locutus is weirdly single-minded.
Yeah.
They really
All he kept saying is...
He kept saying resistance is futile.
but they really got a good interview out of him.
Yeah, it was a 2-pooper.
What is
I
that?
love this. I knew you guys were going to do that.
Yes.
Who made this?
He's just hanging out in that chair.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that chair's a lot.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of chair is
Such a
that?
designer on that did not get Worf right.
He basically fell out of it.
I
to see
know.
his
It was
parents.
worried for him for like
Yeah.
a second. I clenched. I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
Was he like playing with his hair when they came in? He was like,
He got his hair caught in one of those balls.
Yeah.
The zippers on the
I
balls.
tell you, when I watched this a couple weeks ago, this brought a tear to my eye.
yeah.
It's very emotional.
I thought you were still thinking
This
about
is
the
a
chair.
very sweet scene, and it's a really
Yeah.
good episode.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's like
got good eye acting because a lot of that is like
Yeah.
They're telling
paper
him-
mache on his forehead.
they're such good parents. They're so
They're like, we know you're a good person, and we know whatever happened, it was because you did the right thing. We don't know what
Yeah.
it was.
They love him.
Pay
like,
attention to his eyes
unconditionally.
when he tells them something important here.
You know what, Erin? That's true because we do emote with our eyebrows a lot, like you see with his parents right now, and with Worf, he can't
you
really
mimic
use
people's
his eyes.
facial stuff. If you actually pay attention and talk to a person and you're not like on your phone, you're actually like engaged in a conversation face to face,
Yeah.
your face will start to do what their face does. And that's a sign, I think, that you're connecting. Like it's just something that people do to show I'm like feeling you.
Jean-Luc drinks a lot of wine in this episode,
That's
all. They must drink a lot.
which also
according
rings true to form. Like, do you ever drink more when you're at home with visiting your family just because you're like,
Well, you do the daytime, the lunch. You have the lunch wine,
lunch wine?
Which leads right into dinner.
the early dinner, the 3 o'clock
Well, then you need
pre-dinner
a 3
wine.
o'clock drink.
Yeah.
You gotta have your
And
aperitif.
then there's dinner, and then there's like a little something before you turn.
Well, you got to have your nightcap.
Yeah.
Have a sherry or something
Well, it was always
to sherry now.
That was always Matt
When
and
you're at the
I's
BB.
rule. You couldn't start drinking before noon.
Yeah.
Because then we weren't alcoholics.
Yeah.
As long as we started after.
There must have been a lot of scuttling feet at 12:01.
Wait, time out. The drinks would already be pulled.
Yeah.
At 11:59, our drinks were ready to go. We're just not drinking them yet.
At 11:52, the conversation really died down.
There's a lot of eyes on the clock.
Yeah. You could hear that
Sort
tick.
of uncomfortable silence.
And Neo Morricone plays in the background.
The way this guy's twiddling this corkscrew, I kind of imagine you
Yeah,
guys.
it's a little bit of murder. It's a little bit of pre-murder going on.
Erin would know. What are the red flags?
They're agitated.
Fingering
They're
at murder
fighting.
weapon.
They're trying to have a glass of wine and they scoot, so they're not relaxed.
They get
need
you to sign a
they need
life
take it to the
insurance
monkey bars.
policy.
And Luke's got jodhpurs on again.
He does look good with
He
those.
likes his jodhpurs
Yeah.
with a low neck tunic.
They like him.
Well, that's basically what he wore on Risa.
Well, when he wasn't wearing his short shorts.
Wearing short shorts on Risa.
I do like
And
short
that really
shorts.
worked out for him. So
So his brother
Not a man.
is trying to intentionally provoke him because he understands that Jean-Luc is being repressed and he's keeping all of his trauma bottled up.
So he's doing the family thing.
So he's like intentionally calling him names and calling him an
He's
asshole.
like, oh,
Like,
you're big time captain.
Mr. High and Mighty Starfleet Captain, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you're even more of a hero now.
This is an unusual shot for the.
It's a
like, this
long
tracking.
it was a long Steadicam shot.
it's the first walk and talk that's not in a corridor of the Enterprise.
But the way they do it in front of him, much more naturalistic and not on like such a steady, like a track shot or something.
So, question. If you had become part of the Borg, you were kidnapped and become what happened to Picard here, and then you need to unwind after you make it through, like in Star Trek. Where are you going to do your detox, your therapy sesh? Where's your vineyard? Are you going to your hometown? Are you going to...
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I mean that's what I did.
Yeah.
Like,
When it happened to you in real life. Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah, they're going to fight you guys.
They're gonna mud wrestle.
Yeah, which is my Zardoz connection.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm enjoying this mud wrestling more than Zardoz.
Yeah.
That's...
What? Those are good videos.
Yeah, they knocked the grapes
So
down.
when you were attacked by the Borg, that's where you went. Man,
I'm just saying,
after
like,
you went.
generally most people, like, their home is
Return
where-
to the nest if
yeah,
they have
return
one.
to the nest if you're like, oh my gosh, I've
Super
done too many
trauma.
drugs. I've been Borgified too long. I need to go home and rest and recuperate.
What's your Borg name? What's your Borg name, everybody?
Smokutus.
Nice.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever
There was so little effort put into that.
I thought you were gonna say 4 of 20.
That would have been.
That was pretty good too.
That was good.
Well, he
You
needed.
always have to do the math jokes there. You always have to be the highbrow one, Jake.
This is like you guys fighting and being brothers right now.
Wait, is Jerry Ryan a Borg?
Yeah.
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 You're
Well-
fucking kidding me.
That's why she's got those.
They
things
got
on
sexy
her eye.
boards.
Everyone's got some stupid shit on their face. She's a Borg. She's
a
like part of the crew, and she's a Borg.
She's a reforged.
The reformed Borg.
Oh,
That's why
They
that's
did,
her
they
name.
did to her what
this
they
is
did
a
to John.
bombshell, you guys.
She's a bombshell.
Well, yes.
They put her in that tight leather suit.
Yeah, but she was a Borg for too long, and that's why they couldn't.
They couldn't take everything out.
completely remove all
they
the
did with
implants.
Jean-Luc, 'cause she'd been
I
in the
think
Borg
they
for too
just
long.
didn't want to.
Damn, you guys.
But you guys, spoilers. This is so far in the future.
So look, here's a picture of her. She's all
do that.
Borgied.
I didn't think about it because I didn't really know about the Borg when I would see pictures of her on TV. I just thought she had cool eyeshadow.
Yeah. But then she has then she goes to one eye.
I see.
What she looks like.
Yeah, most of the time I didn't really see her in the one where she looked all.
And she has
She just looks like Trent Reznor in the first one.
stuff on her fingers too.
Yeah.
They talk about during the show like her background, like her ship was assimilated when she was like a kid, basically. So
Yes, she grew up with the Borg, basically.
Damn.
It's real.
Did you like that I knew what 4 of 20 was referring to?
That was great. I was impressed.
Okay.
I like how you did all that math
you
in your
pieced all
head.
that together. I think when
What?
this
in
came
the
out, I would have been into that
world?
outfit. I would have wanted that outfit
That
in
right there?
1990. Hell yes. I was into pink and purple, and I liked that kind of like
She wears the exact
apron
kind
dress
of
because it's
outfits.
kind of like Dorothy Gale style. I liked crap like that. And then she's got matching shoes. I would have wanted that her
The
outfit.
mom on
Kid style.
The mom on Home Improvement always wore dresses like that.
The song sung by Robert and Jean-Luc after they fight in the mud is Auprès de ma blonde,
It's
an
like a
old
folk
and
song.
well-known French folk song.
Yeah. It's cute how they're like hanging out in the mud.
Yeah, so he kind of broke through Jean-Luc's defenses and got him to admit that he was still traumatized by
He's
what
like,
happened.
it's okay to
Oh,
not
it's a
be
great
okay.
scene. He just breaks down about how he couldn't believe that
Yeah,
they took
that he
everything from
was
my
able to do
mind and
it.
I couldn't stop it, and I should have been able to stop them from what they did to me. And
It's really good. It's Patrick Stewart really like giving
Yeah.
it to
again, tears, man, tears.
No,
when I was
totally.
watching
That's,
it.
that's what happened to me in Amsterdam. I totally relate.
They took everything.
They took everything.
The drugs took everything. They used it against me. They made me attack that McDonald's.
It was bad.
So now Wesley is going to watch the hologram that his father left.
So
him.
that's boring. So I was,
Boy, it is.
His dad
I
is
was,
pretty
uh,
vanilla.
I was so this episode written by Ronald Moore. We've all talked about.
Yeah.
So I was curious. I went and looked to see what he's doing now. So he was doing Outlander,
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
yeah. Good stuff.
the bone and sex Scottish time
All of
travel
them,
show.
or some of them.
I think he was the showrunner.
Wow.
But now he just got hired by Disney, and he is creating 2 shows for them for Disney Plus.
Hope there's a lot of boning.
One for a new Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm mildly interested.
And the other one is about the adventures of C. Does anybody know what C is?
Like the letter C.
It's actually the anagram of SEA. Stands for the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Nice.
It is a bullshit thing that Disney has made up to connect the rides and parks of the theme park world.
Nice.
I'll give you an example. Everyone ridden the Jungle Cruise.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know the joke he makes about the waterfall and its name.
No.
He calls it Schweitzer Falls, named
It's the
after the great
backside of
Dr.
water.
Albert Falls.
Yeah.
Joke being that
Yeah.
you would think his last name would be Schweitzer.
Schweitzer.
Right.
Dr. Albert Falls is in C.
Oh.
That's-
They're tying some jokes that
Wow.
were written
Yep.
50 to 60 years
It
ago.
is.
That sounds tedious.
Yeah.
So the
I
Rock is,
find it awesome because that kind of bullshit minutia in theme parks is right up my nerdy alley.
Okay. Cool.
so is the Rock already part of this because he was
No,
in the Jungle Cruise
no,
movie?
I thought he would, but they have. We all assumed that character would be but he has not been officially put into
This
C.
guy does look like
So
he
they-
could
did
be
you
this
like-
Wesley's dad.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
That jawline.
So, like,
Philippe, did you like at Disneyland when you could go up into the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse and walk around?
Oh
in,
my
like,
God.
their living room or whatever?
I was obsessed.
I always liked that attraction.
Obsessed with tree
Does that
houses.
still exist?
It's
So-
now the Tarzan treehouse.
Yeah.
It essentially is still there.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
What do you mean obsessed, Philippe?
I
What
was
there to be
obsessed with
by?
tree houses, like in a way that like other people are obsessed with drugs, and
It took everything from
it
them.
took everything from me. Like I dreamed about
treehouses took
them.
everything.
Like a lot of like my, the doctor, ordered drawings, therapy drawings of tree houses, so. And the one that stood in the pinnacle of my mind was the one from Swiss Family
Well,
Robinson.
yeah, they had that cool thing where it drew water up to the top.
Yep, and they had like things you can pull up and defenses, and oh my god, dude, that was like the ultimate.
Well, just imagine a new version of that coming to Disney Plus where they can have like guns and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
so
all CGI, Swiss Family Robinson, where they have pet turtles and dolphins
Yep.
that they secure launch rockets.
I've actually made my kids watch that movie, at least parts of it, and then they escape,
Peeled off.
and then they peel off. But I try to get them in there because I really love that movie because of that treehouse and the fact that they have.
Don't they ride ostriches in that movie?
There is a section where they have a race with all their animals, and some of them ride. One of them rides an ostrich. One of them rides a baby elephant they find, and
Yeah, because baby elephants are all over islands.
they bring it up a little bit and try to resolve some of those issues.
So everything has resolved. Jean-Luc decides to go back. He turns down the job offer. He decided to go back.
You didn't want to be part of C.
Worf has had a nice time with his parents.
He's asking his mom if she'll make him blood pie.
Make the blood
next
pie the
time.
way I like it.
And he's like, what did I just step into?
Right? He's like,
He's like, I'm bad.
He's like has to learn like all these things.
And Wesley watched the video of his dad, which was basically just his dad saying,
And the dad's
I
like,
love you.
I'd like to see more. And Worf is like, no, go. It's time to go.
Yeah. Picard's
It's
like,
like-
I know I don't like kids, but I guess I don't like parents either.
and of course he's looking out. He's obsessed with space, just like Jean-Luc
Renee.
was.
But
Dad's
now,
not pissed about it anymore.
Bear's not as upset.
Do the gam and the high.
He realizes if his son could be like Jean-Luc, then
It wouldn't
that
be
would
the-
probably be not bad.
Oh,
He's like, I'm 75 and I have a 9-year-old son. And I can't complain.
and like a 40-year-old.
Yeah, did that bother you that he seemed
Fortunately, the life expectancy is like 150, so
Yeah,
right?
he'll be around.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
It's cool.
What a great episode!
yeah.
Hey.
And he was only 55 when he made this episode.
Really? Hard
Yep.
living.
So that was family, everybody.
Wow, that was good.
Hey.
Yeah,
was
it was
good.
surprisingly good.
You couldn't tell from our stunned silences that we were actually watching it, which happens when
I
that.
like
has a good- it has
Zardoz,
a
where
good
we were
ending.
stunned into silence by watching it.
Well, that was our.
That one was
different.
just our brain trying to be like, what
what-
did we just see?
Yeah, it's like yeah.
it's like an
I'm glad we
engine
saw it,
seizing.
though.
Aaron,
Yeah.
would you like me to tell you where people can contact us if they would like to?
Oh,
I don't have to.
that sounds pretty good.
She's thinking.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
She'll allow it.
Why don't you take it this time?
You can go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to rate, review, and subscribe. You can email us at warpedthepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at warpedthepodcast. Our merch on Instagram is lunar_flare. We're on Twitter at warpcheck. I'm host Warped. Min is at Wet Maynard for Call of Cthulhu and Dungeons and Dragons podcasts. And go to patreon.com/warped to become a patron and get access to bonus material and additional episodes. Next week is Brothers, which is a Data episode.
More
Data
family.
and his mean brother.
All right,
And
we're
their-
going to get
and
to
their
see Brett
father.
Spiner play 3 different
We
characters.
sure are.
No.
It's a real ham fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
Tune
the
in
first
for that.
episode?
This
Of
is the
it?
first Soong episode.
Yeah, okay.
Lore has been in episodes before.
Aaron, until next week. The balcony is closed. Remember how Siskel and Ebert would say that at the end of their
that
show
was
every
good.
week?
Yeah.
God, I loved those two.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far. I'm Erin.
I'm John.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jake.
And I'm in Wade.